We're going to govern those countries if you're incapable of governing yourselves, because
Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belistikgist. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright lovelies, let's get into this video. So lovelies, I think that these people are actually getting serious to these plans to recolonize Africa. So the founder of Blackwaters, which happens to be a private military charity, have a plan, or he actually calls the West to come colonize or recolonize Africa. And this actually got a lot of people talking, because this has been going on for a while. And we were thinking that this is just like a prank or something, but here this actually looks like he's right. These guys are planning to come to Africa to recolonize them. Like, seriously lovelies, I'm just gonna roll the clip as well as the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment. We're just here for informative purposes and educational ones. All right, lovelies, let's get into it.
it's time for us to just put the imperial hat back on to say, we're going to govern those countries if you're incapable of governing yourselves, because enough is enough. We're done being invaded.
Because our own national security risk is at stake.
Exactly.
National security interests are at stake.
You can say that about pretty much all of Africa. They're incapable of governing themselves and benefiting their citizens, because the governments there are all about looting and pillaging and lining their pockets and going shopping in Paris, instead of actually
hold on a
making their country
second. Hold on.
better.
People on the left, they're going to watch this. They're going to say, wait a minute, Eric Prince is talking about being a colonialist again.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Or, wait, this might be a bit controversial. You shut the hell up and mind your own business. You calling that we put the imperial hat back on and go over there and govern those countries. How are you governing yourself and the people that you were in charge of to begin? Because you took a bunch of people, you brought them over, you made them build an entire country, took charge of it, and when they were like, hey man, can I be treated equal? You're like, no, equality? No, not for you. Can I get equal pay? No. Can't do that. How about basic human rights? Human rights? You want rights? No, we're not doing that here. No, we don't do that. Look at it this way. The people here have been asking for the bare minimum for the longest. Hey, we just want living wages, affordable health care, and we'll just be treated like human beings. You used every excuses in the book to say, no, we can't do that. Living wages? No, it is what it is, man. You're gonna have to struggle. Be treated equally? No, equality? You want rights? We don't do that here. But now you want to go over there and start the same process all over again? Because let's be honest, it's not like you're going to be treating them any better. So you want to colonize them to submit them to the same atrocities that the people in this country had to go through for the past 400 or 500 years. Does that make sense to you? So all that talk about putting the imperial hat back on you, go over there and govern those countries, just shut the hell up, man. You got enough money, okay? Just worry about you. Have some grandkids, I don't know, go play golf or something. Stop with that nonsense. Shut up.
More context to what he said, but at this point, does it really matter? I mean, by now, I would usually go in about how important it is for us Africans, wherever we are, to work together to improve the continent. But at this point, I'm going to let what he said marinate just a bit, because though he said it out in the open so confidently, there's so many others that are working secretly to achieve this. You know, the saddest thing is, so many leaders are letting this happen, and in some cases are cool with it because they're happy with that small, cheap deal that they make in private, enough for them to take them to trips to Paris and sometimes buy properties everywhere else but their home because they don't want to wake you up. Now, Eric Prince is a controversial guy, but he's just saying out loud what everybody is thinking. Africa has so much potential, and it is so sad our leaders are not doing everything they can to work together to put the continent first, because if they actually did, everybody would be well off.
I'm happy that there's Russia, there's China, there's North Korea. All these empty threats. It's funny that a nation that is so pro-democracy is boldly now sending one of its own to show how imperialistic she is. Like, it's the identity crisis that surprises me sometimes. But I'm happy that Americans at least now know what's going on. If it were when the mainstream media controlled what was put out there, people wouldn't have known these things. But for a country that ousted Gaddafi, who was doing well for his people, and then eliminated Patrice Lumumba, who was doing well for his people, somehow the people don't know how to govern themselves. This is why I've taken my time to educate the world and people who are in my audience and Africans about the fact that the problem with Africa is the system, not necessarily the leaders. The corrupt imperial systems that set them up, that back corruption. They're the ones that back corruption up. They back them up. Anyways, like I said, thankfully there's Russia, there's China, there's North Korea. So, did France and US not recently threaten Niger Republic? What happened? All these empty threats. One thing the US does not understand is that its military is filled with foreigners. Anyway, no further comments. Recolonize Africa. Okay.
For those of you who are thinking about voting for Donald Trump, I highly encourage you to take a look at this article that appeared in The Intercept yesterday. The article talks about Eric Prince, who is the head of the mercenary firm Blackwater, and his calls for the United States to recolonize Africa and Latin America. That's the only quibble I have with the title. Now, Eric Prince is someone who's going to have a lot of influence in a Trump administration if he gets reelected. He has close ties to Donald Trump and the far-right conservative movement. In fact, his sister, Betsy DeVos, was the Secretary of Education in the Trump administration. Eric Prince's family has given millions of dollars to far-right, white nationalist and racist causes, and it's fair to say that he is going to have significant influence on defense policy and foreign policy in a Trump administration. I was out to dinner the other day with a group of people, and one of the individuals at the dinner said that he was hoping that Trump would win again because Trump is good for business, and that's all he cares about. He simply wants more money in his pocket. And increasingly I'm hearing sentiments like that from people who say that they don't care about anything else. They just remember a time during Trump's presidency when they had more money. If that is in fact true, I personally believe it's an incredibly selfish view, and it's a view that's dangerous. We are about 260 days away from what I consider to be the most consequential presidential election in our lifetime. I have a number of problems with Donald Trump. I think he's a man who lacks character. I certainly believe that he's a man who engages in sexual assault. I think he is a racist. I think he is a fascist. And I think he's a man who believes that the rules should apply to others and not to him. That, for me, is the primary fundamental reason to vote against him. But you should also think about the cast of characters that he would bring into the White House and into various federal agencies and departments. Just imagine having a man like this, a man who openly and proudly calls for recolonization of Africa and Latin America. Imagine having him become a part of an administration. Now, Eric Prince says that you have to colonize Africa and Latin America because the countries can't control themselves. But has he looked lately at some of the dysfunction that's taking place in Eastern Europe? It's clear racism. Absolute, complete, clear racism. And you notice, too, he says absolutely nothing at all about recolonizing Asia. And that's interesting because he knows full well that the Chinese wouldn't stand up for something like that. Bottom line is this. If you're thinking about voting for Trump, just remember when you vote for him, you vote for people just like Erik Prince. And I don't know if there's any amount of money that could go into my pocket that would make me feel okay with that.
There's no time to waste. This guy is talking absolute rubbish and nonsense. In case you didn't hear what this guy said, let me repeat. He said, we Africans are not capable of managing our own affairs. For that reason, the Europeans must recolonize us because we are creating migrant problem in the Western world. Interesting. Just think about it critically. No, before we even deal with the facts, just think about it, the arrogance. You think we are in 1621 or 1512 whereby you can just march into a different country and just colonize them? Whether we are able to manage our own affairs or not, that is none of your fucking business. That is up to we, the people of Africa, to decide. You don't come here and tell us what we should do in our own countries. Take a country like Libya example. At the time of Muammar Gaddafi, a lot of Africans prefer working in Libya than going to the Western world. You got rid of Muammar Gaddafi, you created power vacuum in Libya, and today warlords are competing for power in Libya. Now, who want to stay in Libya? They pass through Libya and all of them are now running to the same Europe and America. You created a problem in the first place. Look at the Middle East. You went to the Middle East to spread democracy or whatever you guys claim. Today, look at the Middle East. Look at what you guys are doing. Look at Syria in the name of democracy. Look at Iraq. Sometimes food to even eat in Iraq is difficult. Look at what the Palestinians are going through because you are sponsoring Israel with weapons. Every single migrant problem in this world is created by you guys. Look, trust me, there are good leaders in Africa. If the West stop interfering in African politics, Africa will have a bright future. There's no need for me to mention names. All of you know the leaders that these guys took out. All of you know them. It's an old tactics of the Western world. Put a puppet in office, a corrupt puppet in office, connive with the puppet, steal the country's resource, and blame the puppet. That is what they do. The last time I checked, both the giver and receiver of bribe are both guilty. When you put these your puppets in office, where do they save their monies? In the same Western world. You know about it. When a puppet is in office, they are happy. Nobody talks about democracy. But as soon as we get a good leader, less than 2 years, they will start complaining, blah, blah, blah. He's a dictator, he's a criminal, he's this, he's that. Pe.Ple has been in office for only God knows how long. I met that man, and that man is still the president of Cameroon. And I've never, for once, see any Western media condemning him or questioning his authority. Nobody. As soon as you want to take control of your country, you all know the consequences that await you. Look at what Captain Ibrahim Traore, Assami Goita, and Abdurrahman are all going through in Africa here. Just look at what they are going through. Because they want to make their countries economically independent.
Like, seriously, lovelies, in as much as Africa is filled with they are filled with corrupt leaders. They're filled with leaders that is so corrupt. that does not have some of the, some of the citizens' interest at hand, that does not have human sympathy, will always think about their own pocket, which these people are the ones, who provided such leaders. When they see a good leader in Africa, when they see someone that is trying to make Africa a better place, they team up, try to put that person out of the way. When they see someone that is trying to, better the future of the African continent, these same people are the same people that will organize to take this particular person out and bring a puppet they can actually corrupt, manipulate, use, take, and do whatsoever they want to do themselves. So this man, who happens to own, or maybe one of the private military, whatever, he is encouraging them to come and recolonize Africa. And he is actually saying it with his full chest. Since they don't want to, govern themselves, trying to make a lot of African people to maybe migrate to Europe, USA, and all of that, as if he's not, or as if they don't know what they are doing. You are complaining that these people do not govern well or do not manage the African continent well and all of that, but you people are the people that put Africa where they are today. You people are the same people who actually left your comfort zone, decided to come to Africa, loot whatsoever you want to loot. Not only looting that and leaving these people alone in peace, you decided to take so many ancestors with you, then you take them with you, and you do whatever you want to do, turn them, and they build whatever you guys are enjoying today. And you guys kept on taking from Africa. You kept on collecting from Africa. You kept on building your wealth for your generations and generations yet unborn. And these people that you people keep on taking from have been looking for a way to stand on their feet, to raise up, to raise up their head, but you people bent on dragging them down, putting them down, trying to make sure that they never, why are you guys so scared of the success of people of color? Why are people so scared? What are you guys scared about? Why are you guys scared? And now Africa, even with the corrupt leaders in Africa, Africa is actually doing well for themselves. Yes, even with the corrupt leaders in Africa, there are so many corrupt, but individually, there are private parastatals in Africa which are doing globally well. Go and check. Africa do not really need you people. You're not coming here to take more. These people have left even the government or whatsoever for you guys to handle. These people have decided to indulge themselves in one way or the other in a private parastatal, in a private, companies and all of that. And these guys are doing well privately. They are rising. Africa is rising. Africa has corrupt leaders. Yes, that no one would dispute that fact. But there are a lot of individuals that are doing so well in Africa. And these people don't need you. And another thing that baffles me is that these guys think we are still in the 1915 or 1813 or 18 whatever, that so many people will just sit down and watch you guys come, take whatever you want to take, and everybody will just keep quiet. This is not during those times. Maybe during all those days when you guys came to colonize African people, take away but so many people, maybe then they were just handicapped. They don't know what to do. They don't, they cannot even defend themselves because everyone was just naive then. Everyone don't know what was going on. everyone were thinking that you guys are the savior. But now, this is not 1915 and 1813 and all of that. Like, seriously, I'm just smiling. Like, these people think that they can just come to Africa and do whatever they want to do, just the way they've been doing before. You guys want to come and colonize African people? Like, seriously? After everything you've done, you are talking about Africa not being whatever, the dictators and all of that. The place you are, you should be able to at least provide basic amenities to those people to the place, like the place you actually live in right now. You have not finished providing, or you have not finished giving plain, like, basic life amenities to these people. There are homeless people. There are people that are paying taxes, but they cannot even afford, like, they cannot afford a free medical care. They've been stripped of their hard-earned working money to pay tax. They can't even get a decent free medical care or even a decent accommodation. Like, what are you even thinking about? What are you thinking about? So you people are planning to come and, do what you guys have done to Palestinian people, and you think African people will just leave you people and be watching, like, and allow you people to come have your way just the way you used to do it, or just the way you did it in the past? African people are not the African people of before. Black people have really wised up right now. Black people, they have opened up their eyes. They are angry. They are angry of what you guys have done. They are angry. These people are people that are planning. They are working tooth and nail to provide for themselves, to provide for their future, to create their own wealth and their own generational wealth. And you guys, you think that, okay, because we did this before, we can actually do it again? Like, seriously, will you just please leave these African people alone? Leave these people alone. You guys have really done enough. You have collected, you have, like, you guys are not done with the way you handle African people in diaspora and all of that. You want to now come to their home and continue from where you stop. You want to come to their home and continue from where you stop. You guys are not tired of the one you've done already. Like, what the hell has black people done to you all? You people just have a problem when you have a slightest idea that I think that these people are trying to rise up. Let's go there and finish them up with the help of these greedy people that you guys have put in the government. Like, what the heck has these people done to you guys? Like, seriously, this is just getting me all worked up. I've been seeing this trend I've been seeing this on trend on Twitter, how they want to come to Africa. Africa do not need any liberation. The other day I saw a video where someone was talking about how Africa need to be liberated from what? Africa needs to be liberated from your kind of people. People of my own color need to be liberated from you people. Enough of taking and taking. You go to your place and put it and invest there. You take, like, leave these people alone. They are struggling. They are the way they are today because of you. They are the way they are today because of you. Things are not moving. The economy is breaking. It's because of the loot with the help of the corrupt leaders in Africa, which you guys have fixed in all the, when you guys see a leader that actually meant well or good to these people of color, you guys, you find a way to take them down and put your puppet, people that you can control, people you can manipulate, people you can use your tactics, people you can take things from. Like, seriously, this is 2024. This is not 1813, neither is it 17 or 1515. No, you guys cannot do whatever you did then, and people will just be quiet and watch you guys. Like, seriously, this is not fair. It's unfair. This is unfair. Focus your energy more on your people. Focus on how to. There are a lot of things going on in your society as well. There is no place that is a bed of roses. You guys have taken enough. These people are barely surviving, and they are trying to survive. They are even surviving already. They are trying to build something for themselves and for their own generation yet unborn. They are trying to build from the scratch. They are trying to build from where you people have. Like, can you just leave these people alone? Leave them alone in peace, so that they can mind their business and create whatever they want to create. Focus on your own problems, or you could just chill, go to your golf, play, go to your party, or try to invent something. You can even go for a trip. You can go to a trip, go to an ocean, try to go to the sky, whatever you want to do, and leave these people alone. They are actually not your problem, and this is not even your business. Like, leave them alone to sort themselves out, to actually sort themselves out. You guys have already done enough. You guys are still doing. You guys are still colonizing. You guys are the superior. They have already accepted the fact that you guys are the most important. But please leave them alone, so that they can put something on their table. Like, what is it that they have done to you people to always you leave your business and try to focus on how to still drag these people down, even if when they're trying to raise their head, or when they're trying to put something on their table? You guys still have their brothers and sisters under your nose. You guys are not even providing the basic needs of these people. So why do you think that you can come to Africa and provide whatever you're not supposed to provide to their brothers and sisters under your nose? Please leave them alone. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own set in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So please share this video, subscribe if you get to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next. And if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that this channel, we do not support any form of bullying, harassment or whatsoever. We are just here solely for educational and informative purposes, guys. Alright, please just share this video, leave your thought in the comment section, subscribe to my channel if you are yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next one.